So the thing about adult films back when we were kids is we were stealing it from our dads. You would have to watch the tape when no one was around. The VCR was in the living room. So you had to do your action in the front room.
Right.
Where it was the danger zone.
Yeah.
Then you would have to like finish and then go back to the tape.
Rewind it to
the spot. To rewind it to the last spot it was at, then hide it in the exact spot you found it. And when you get older and you think about rewinding it to the last spot, you know what that spot was? That was a spot where your dad finished.
Welcome back to the pod. My name's Kenny. I'm here with my co-host Matt. What's going on, brother?
We are back. What's up, dude?
Not much, man.
Jiu-Jitsu World League went off last weekend.
Yeah.
And
A lot of people medaled.
It was pretty fun. I had people coming up to me like I was wanting pictures.
No shit.
It was some wild times. I was kissing babies and shit.
I think the pod's getting to that point. The only interactions I've had a coworker come up to me and like make an inside joke about like a clip that we had posted, and he doesn't do jiu-jitsu or anything like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm saying it was pretty cool. Like, oh my God, like, can I just get a picture like multiple times? Or I love the podcast. So for all you guys are out there who came up to me and said that, you really know how to make a girl feel special, because I enjoyed it very, very much. And it was very cool. So I just want to say thank you. And yeah, team did great. Everybody did good. So it was a good turnout.
Hell yeah. Well, we are super appreciative of everybody that supports us. So I think this is a good spot to take a break and show a little love to some of those people.
Let's do it.
Guys, here's why your hormones suck. If you're listening to this, then chances are you may be one of countless guys who are struggling to see the results they want in the gym, in the mirror, or even in the bedroom. Most guys are focused on testosterone. However, that's only 50% of the answer. Without adequate growth hormone and its end result, growth factors, you can't optimally absorb the testosterone you have, no matter if it's synthetic or natural. That's where BioPro Plus comes in. BioPro Plus fills in what you're missing out on to help maximize your performance in the gym and even how you look in the mirror without any needles, side effects, or doctor visits, all at a fraction of the cost of synthetic treatments. Over the last few years, BioPro Plus has been taking the medical community by storm as a faster, easier to use, and 100% safe alternative to prescription HGH and peptide treatments. It's become an underground favorite for professional and combat sports athletes and has been featured in Men's Journal, Muscle and Fitness, and even venture capitalist magazines. Simply put, BioPro Plus is getting real guys, real results, really fast. Check them out and enjoy your new look on life. Oh,
and we're back.
So yeah, we got actually quite a bit of topics. Normally we do 2 episodes each week, or every other week we'll record 2 episodes. But we're only doing 1 today because we've got PGF coming up.
PGF on Friday. We are going on our first road trip together, Thelma and Louise style.
Yeah.
Me and you. Sightseeing. We're going to freaking throw our shoes on a tree.
Yeah.
We're going to eat at the original Del Taco. We're going to fucking get some Prosties.
We're stopping in Barstow? Damn. Matt, he's either giving up on his dreams of not doing drugs and getting some meth, or...
What else are we going to do in Vegas? We're going to... I think that's a question for later. So let's save.
Yeah.
We'll save it. So I got an anonymous question. I could just like, don't say my name. It's like, all right, bro, I won't. But
someone you know?
No, but someone who's followed me for a while.
Okay.
I don't know personally. He's like, what are the top? He said, what are the top? He said top 3 things. I'm not really gonna give 3 things. I'm just kind of like just discuss it. I thought it'd be kind of a cool topic to talk. He said, what are the top 3 things that dry a girl up and make her not sexually attracted to you anymore?
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay.
I see this before we dive into these.
Why are purple belts stealing your chicks?
There you go.
You know what I mean? Why does your wife get your kid in jiu-jitsu? You're paying for it. Your wife goes there. She's sitting there watching purple belt dude with a cool haircut. And all of a sudden this dude's just stealing your girl. What is that energy? What are you doing wrong? What are the top things why you think your girl would lose interest in you? Kenny. We're both married.
Crying.
You think showing emotion to your wife is a red flag?
I think to our wives, it's a little different because we're bonded in that aspect. But if you're like a single 20-year-old blue belt, you're dating a girl for 6 months, you like cry in front of your girl, I think that could dry her up.
Oh man, emotional. Showing emotions.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think you're gonna go crying.
Yeah. I think women say that they want a dude that shows emotions, but when they see a dude that actually shows emotions, they dry up like the Sahara and find something more masculine.
I think millennials, there's a lot of things that millennials do well compared to the fathers and the dads before us.
Right.
We're better dads, I think, as a millennials. We rather be home with our kids than make money. Right. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of pluses, but the negative for millennials, I think, is, and I know we got Liz, I might be making some people mad. I do it too sometimes, but I think the video gaming.
Yeah.
The video game life. And then you're just getting online with Jim every fucking night, playing on the sticks.
Yeah.
And your wife's, there's never a time in your life, I promise you this, guys, there's never a time in your life that your wife's making dinner, handling shit, and she goes, honey, dinner's done. All right, I got one more round. This round's almost over. I'll be out in a minute. Like, there is nothing going to dry your wife up more than seeing you in a gaming chair, yelling at a computer monitor or a screen with a headset on. I hit him. I can't believe it. Why didn't he die? I hit him so many times. She's just like, dude, there's nothing turning her on about that.
Fucking raging.
Just imagine this, okay? So just imagine my wife or your wife calls one another. Okay? So my wife calls your wife and she goes, oh, what's going on? Oh, nothing much. Just hanging out, doing chores around the house. Oh, what's Kenny up to? Oh, Kenny's at the gym. Kenny's at jiu-jitsu right now. And then vice versa. Oh, what's Matt doing right now? Oh, Matt's playing video games in his room. Hey, bro, it just hits differently. We are millennials. We do have good things, and we do a lot of great things, and we're great dads, and we provide, and we do stuff. But if you're not doing any alpha activity at all,
right? Yeah, balance.
Yeah, you got to do. And I'm not saying I'm jiu-jitsu only. I'm saying if you're not lifting weights, shooting guns, fixing cars, something that's like.
Yeah.
She's like, wow, like women like that.
Yeah.
You got to do something.
I agree.
If you're going headset, answering phones all day, computer work on your desk, to the house, to headset, getting on the sticks, but you're also a good dad and you're singing songs, singing stories. And that's great. But where's the adventure? Is she like, what? She's not like.
You want to know? Here's a weird thing that I've noticed, and I think this is the generation after us, so that would be
Z.
Yeah. When I was a kid, the only people I knew that watched anime were like the Asian kids that went to school with, or fucking nerds, like nerds. And I'm a nerd, but like I wasn't an anime nerd. And now I feel like
it's heavy.
Dude, my daughter that's like 20, almost 22 years old, she watches it. She's like into it. And then her boyfriend watches it. And I'm like, that's so crazy that like I know adults that are like into anime.
Yeah, I can't get into it.
No.
But the anime porn. Hey. You won't find a more perfect female.
I'm not into tentacle porn, bro.
Yeah, true. It's always something wild, dude. Like, you know, you won't find a better proportioned female on the planet than this anime fucking porn.
Matt's letting shit slip out.
It's the most proportion. It's the proportions are outstanding. Anyways, but yeah, no. Also, never seen and I'm okay with it, but I've never seen an Asian penis. Are they all pixelated? Is that how they come?
Do you think that they're small, so they pixelate them to make it? There's an
I don't
illusion
know,
that
dude.
there's
I've
more
never
there.
I've never seen in my life. I've never seen one.
To any Asian homies, I'm sorry.
Hey, the DMs. Hey, the DMs.
Max about to get all of the Asian dick.
I don't want to. Okay? Let's put that out there right now. I don't want to see them. I don't. I'm happy thinking that it's pixelated. Come from a guy with a, just all bag himself. I'm happy with it being pixelated, but that's insanity. Have you seen one?
Bro, I was in the military and I showered like this. In
Chong
boot camp.
Lee,
I wasn't trying to look at anybody's dick.
Bloodsport, one of my favorite shows ever. This guy is a hero of mine. I bet you it's pixelated.
Matt just got done telling me this guy lives locally. He might hear about this and find you at this point.
I break you like I break your friend. No, dude. Make me say Mate, dude. No, but like all jokes aside, I've never seen one. That went wild, dude. No wonder I'm shadow banned. No wonder.
Yeah. Matt's on a shadow
ban. That might be too aggressive for the open. I know that you're thinking, there's your open. We got it already. That might be too aggressive. That might be too aggressive.
We're only 10 minutes into the episode, so I won't leave that as an open because I'll let people build up to that.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Usually I save the wild stuff past
That's
20.
a clip though.
That might be a clip. It could be a clip. Usually I say we're
gonna push that shadow ban out another month.
I usually I take 22 minutes in before I start getting real crazy because I know my wife turns off around minute 15.
Yeah, not today.
No. We went right into it, didn't we? I'm just excited for PGF. That's got to be it.
I know. That's in less than a week. We will be in Vegas at the PGF finals, and I've already seen like the little setup, the couches and everything like that. Dude, it looks like it's gonna be a fucking blast.
So I'm gonna jump down a little bit before we get into the top topics. I want to talk about UFC 300.
Okay.
And I want to talk about, was that the best UFC you've seen card wise?
I didn't think I think most people would agree with me here. Just looking at the card on paper before it happened, I think people were doubting it. I think people thought 299 was better on paper. But goddamn, did they fucking shell out and produce a good card.
I would say that I think it's the best complete card, right? That we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Every fight was good except the co-main event, but to their defense, how do you follow Max Gaethje? Right. So, I mean, those girls fought their ass off. The one girl got put to sleep in the first round. You know what I mean?
I know.
But I mean, you can't follow that.
No, that Max, that I think, because we were here watching it, and there's probably 15 people here. There was like adrenaline rush and then dump. Like we were all exhausted after that happened. Everybody's just kind of looking around like, oh my God, you know?
Yeah, was that the best knockout you've ever seen in MMA?
Hands down.
Just because of the UFC 300.
Just everything about it.
It's for
that particular belt, those two people, Max going up a weight class, Max dominating the entire fight since he broke Gaethje's nose in the first round. And then again, he had nothing to gain from it. He already won. All he had to do was ride out the last 30 seconds and they were going to strap that belt around his waist.
And I've seen
anyhow.
clips of him. He just barely gets missed himself.
Yeah.
Like barely misses like a couple inches off.
Dude. And Gaethje puts people to fucking sleep and changes them. You know what I mean? So it's like Max put a lot on the line, not just in the fight, but just in that last 30 seconds. Like that, he could have essentially thrown it away if he didn't hit that and he took that punch from Gaethje. That whole situation goes completely different. You know what I mean? Then you go like, oh my God, he just threw the belt away.
Yeah.
But God damn.
What are your top 3 MMA knockouts? Just off the cuff. That's one. I'll agree. That's probably my favorite also. I could be living in the moment.
I'm trying to think of like ones that I like legit remember, like that, like really.
I've thought this a little bit. Let me go first. You think? I definitely like, the Masvidal Askren.
Okay.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
I like the Rampage Arona slam in Pride. That was huge. And a 2 deep callback, honorable mentions. Rashad Evans overhand righted Chuck Liddell.
Okay.
Slept him.
Yeah.
And then Rich Franklin, way back in the day, this is how old I am, knocked out Nate Quarry.
Okay.
And stiffened him like a board. There's also that one, the one with Gary Goodridge where he elbowed that freaking guy from the crucifix.
Yeah.
Oh, those are some.
Was that UFC 3 or something maybe?
Those are my favorite UFC knockouts. All Gonzaga, head kicking Crow Cop.
I'll say DC getting knocked out by Stipe when he just crumbled. I'll say Pereira's knee, his UFC debut.
Oh,
I remember, knowing who he was. I remember sitting down on the couch, and it was like I think it was a main card opener or something like that. And I'm like, people had no idea who he was, and I'm like, this guy is gonna do some damage right here, and then just flying knees that fool, and I'm just like, oh my god,
Izzy's knockout on Pieta.
Yeah.
Where he fucking did the arrow. I mean, that was pretty sick too.
Yeah. And just kind of rope-a-doped him. Played like he was getting hit, and
man, it's the best sport. It's the best sport to watch.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Like MMA is the best sport to watch.
Hands down, I think more entertaining than boxing. At least boxing in its current state. Boxing in the 90s was something else, but right now, God, it's in shambles.
No, but Ryan Garcia got it done. Now, was it a ploy? Was it just like, was he like rope-a-doping people? Like how crazy he is? Just to freaking...
Bro, I think he's off his fucking rocker, man.
There's the thing. Antonio Brown and Ryan Garcia. Now, Antonio Brown is batshit crazy, and I think Ryan Garcia is on his way.
Yeah.
Both these dudes are very good at what they do, though.
Yeah.
So, he was insane. It was insane to see what he did. It was last night, by the way, if you're listening to this. It was insane to see what he was able to do. Like, it just... And he missed weight, and he doubled down. It's like, I need to be heavy because I want to be... He gave
pound and a half off or something like that.
Gave the guy $1.5 million, give Haney $1.5 million. Like,
yeah, at least he'd be good on that. I don't know. I've seen some interviews, like not in press conferences. You know, like he lives in like a penthouse somewhere. I think it's in Vegas, and he's just out of his fucking mind, dude. So I think something's genuinely wrong with him. But I was shocked. I didn't think he was going to perform last night. I thought he was so far gone that, this guy's going to get in the ring. He's delusional. He's out of his fucking mind. Like he's going to get pieced up. But God, was I wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, but man, crazy couple weekends of fights. And now it's just kind of a letdown. Now what do we watch? This UFC 301 does not look good.
No. 302 looks good though.
Yeah, it looks a little better.
Yeah. Is that is 302 or 303 the Mexican Independence Day?
Cinco de Mayo. I'm not sure. You want to pause it real quick?
We're back.
We're such big time.
Yeah. Yeah. People don't even know.
Guys, you don't even know the kind of equipment that Kenny just pulls out of nowhere, dude. Like, man, all we need is a black couch. So yeah, here's a fun story about PGF again. I'm being real silly today. And I think I might have made the Asian demo angry.
What else can we offend today?
Oh, dude. Yeah, screw you, TikTok. No, anyways, what was that? What did I just...
You're just talking about casting couch.
Okay, so I DM'd Zoltan yesterday. Zoltan posts a photo, and he posts a photo of all these white couches. They're having the draft today. And it looks sick. It was a sick setup for sure. And I DM'd them as like, good thing they weren't black couches. You might have scared the fighters away. You know, I gotta be me. I'm a silly goose. I'm dumb. Okay. I'm not saying I'm a smart man. Okay. So anything I say on this podcast, just know I'm trying to be funny. If I offend you, I'm sorry. Sorry, Instagram. I'm just trying to let me eat. Shadow ban me again. I was flying. I was going to the moon. And now nothing. Instagram has froze right now. Still works. But it's still getting reactions and shares. I'm just not getting any followers anymore. Not for like a week. But oh well, whatever. let's talk about, we got something. What is it like to have someone win a competition that you're coaching?
Yeah. So you were just coaching Jiu-Jitsu World League.
I was
2 weeks ago, and you had one of
one of the girls from 6 a.m. Her name's Esmeralda. Congrats, got the gold done. Look, this is my little Esmeralda hype train. Esmeralda is a stud.
Yeah,
she is good, and she gives guys all they can handle in class. So I knew deep down that it was going to be a long day for who she was going against, and she literally they found the girl. She had to go against this girl twice. This girl came in and she literally just collar dragged her to the shadow realm.
Fuck.
And just basically had people behind me. Poncho was behind me. So he's like watching me coach.
Right.
And she just basically, everybody's just like, wow, man, she looks like you out there. She's doing what you do. I was like, hell yeah. So, hey, ladies, my stuff works. You can take privates with me too. You know what I mean? It pays off. And then Walt did the same thing. Collar dragged the shit out of some guy, and Walt kind of got hosed on his first match. And then, we were gassed by the second one. But like the first one, I definitely think he won. It was some technicality. We even had like the officials discuss it. Couldn't really change the outcome, but both of them did very, very well. I kind of get more joy in helping people. Like coaching and watching someone hit a move that you showed them, or watching somebody win, it's more, I get more pleasure out of that than actually doing it myself.
Do you think it's because...
And I was nervous.
As a black belt, you're seeing your jiu-jitsu game translate to another person. So
that it works.
Yeah. So it's like an affirmation that you're doing a good job at the coaching.
Right. And then imagine the affirmation it is for Poncho, that what he showed me is now transferring down to translating down.
Right.
And so like, it's just cool. Like, and I was nervous. Like, I wasn't nervous, like I'm going to fight, but I was like, I wanted them to do well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they've been paying for privates. They've been, putting trust in me. And I'm like, I knew they both could do it, and they both did very, very well. So yeah, I love it.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
was this you?
This was me.
Okay, because I'm like, I have no idea. I do not remember writing this on the doc.
I'm gonna look at the camera when I say this shit. We gotta stop. Jiu-jitsu is here to build people up, and we've got to stop watering it down to make people feel good about themselves. We've got to stop creating these fake belts, these pink belts, these shit like that. Like, that's not a belt in jiu-jitsu. And like this whole like make women like, look, I'm all for girls classes. I'm all for girls rolling with dudes and getting work in and things like that. But like, we got to stop this, like making somebody feel special. Like, I saw pink belts and I saw stripes on them, and I'm like, what? Like, that's not a thing. It's
that Gracie thing again.
Yeah, I guess, but it was just weird to me. I was like, and then I know that there's other schools that do like green belts, but it's like, that's a kid's belt, but then there's like adults have green. It's like they call it like a floater belt in between white and blue, but like,
what?
Just be a white belt.
It's a money grab.
It's weird. I guess
feel like it's a money grab. I feel like they're like, just, I don't understand. Like,
okay, so I think I've mentioned this in the past. I did Taekwondo in high school, and traditional Taekwondo from
no, it's joking. Can't say that word.
Traditional Taekwondo from high school, or I mean from high school, from Korea, is white belt, yellow belt, green belt, blue belt, red belt, black belt. So there's 6, right? To get, including black belt. I've seen schools, Taekwondo schools, that, because they have a big kids program and they push the kids through and whatnot. Well, they don't want them to get their black belt too soon. So they create way more than 6 belts. They've got 10, 12 plus belts. They'll do the belts with the stripes down the middle. So you'll be like a yellow belt with a stripe, yellow belt with a different color stripe. And I get that for kids programs, but like they do that. I don't know. It's just weird to me.
We do that in jiu-jitsu with the kids.
Right.
The junior belts, right? We've created
but
that.
But Taekwondo doesn't have that kind of a thing. Like, so even when I learned Taekwondo traditionally, you could be a black belt theoretically, depending on how old you were when you start when you're 10, you could be a black belt by the time you're 16. Like in jiu-jitsu, they wouldn't allow that to happen because you can't even get a blue belt unless you're 16 years old.
Right.
So it's not like there's a separate belt system. And that's like from like the recognized International Taekwondo Federation or whatever, ITF is like white, yellow, green, blue, red, black. The whole like they have camouflage belts and shit like that I've seen Gracie do as well. But it's like it's not it's like I going to the money grab point. I can still promote you to a belt, and then you feel like you're advancing in something. So I keep getting the money coming back to me. And then, you know what I mean? Like the more belts there are, the more opportunities I have to make you feel special. So you keep giving me more money.
There are 7 adult.
And they charge for belt tests.
Right.
Tests.
And if you're paying for your belt test, are you really that belt, or did they just take your money?
Right.
Your belts are earned in practice. You should just be giving them on your merit and on the next you collect. There are 7 belts in jiu-jitsu. And I'm counting coral and red.
Right.
Okay. And only 98 people have the coral in the planet. So, like, there are 5 for most of us.
Right.
So that's it. You can't make up anymore. Now I get Hoist Gracie made up his combatives blue bar because Haleo Gracie didn't like the way that sports jiu-jitsu was going.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, that's Hoist Gracie. No one's gonna tell Hoist Gracie he can't say this is the honor of my dad. I'm recognizing the blue bar. But all these different crazy colors and pink belts for girls and this, and I'm like, we on the last episode talked about expressing ourselves.
Right.
But like, you're not standing out with your different color belt. You're not expressing yourself differently. Like, just get the belts, the real belts.
Well, I guess what set me off about this topic, or what made me want to put this on our little discussion docket, was I knew that the pink belt existed, but when I see pink belt with stripes on it, like, so you're leveling up through the pink belt? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
the pink belt in jiu-jitsu is the punishment belt.
Right. I forgot my belt.
I forgot my belt at home. Here's a pink one.
Yeah.
You weenie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is the punishment belt. We should not be rewarding people in female classes with pink belts.
Yeah, it's weird.
Give them a white belt. If you don't get promoted at promotions, you're at promotions. Yay, fucking Kenny got his belt. Matt got his belt. Everybody gets their belt. Oh, I didn't get my belt. You know what you get? A piece of fucking pizza. Thanks. Support your teams. Give them a high five. We'll see you next time.
Keep showing up to class.
Yeah, we're not giving out belts, dude. This is what makes jiu-jitsu great. We don't give out belts.
Right. And
It's hard. So when you earn it, it's like anybody, like not anybody. This is people who want to be in the military can pass basic training.
Right.
But not everybody can be a Navy SEAL.
Right.
And I'm not saying we're at that level, but compared to other martial arts, a lot of people could get a Taekwondo black belt in 4 or 5 years with never even fighting anybody and kicking paddles and boards. Right. Not everybody can even get the purple belt in jiu-jitsu. That's how hard it is. And then let alone get the brown or black. I think only 5% of the people who start jiu-jitsu ever make it the brown.
That's wild.
And 1% make it the black. So like, think about it. It's a hard thing and that's what makes it so cool. So when you do have it, it's a real badge. You get a blue belt, that's not easy.
Right.
Most people don't get there. Like, I don't even know what the percentage of blue belt is, but it's not very high either.
I think I want to say it's 20% maybe. I think it's 20% get to blue belt. Only 5% of that
get to
purple.
That's a crazy stats.
Yeah.
But that's what makes jiu-jitsu great. So when you do get those milestones, it's worth celebrating. That's why when people are like, why are you always posting your promotion stuff on because the people who know how hard it is to get these belts they earned it.
Right.
And it's real hard. So if we start watering it down by giving out candy cane belts and freaking rainbow belts and whatever, dude, that's just dumb. To me, it's dumb. To me, I don't think it's necessary. And I think it falls on both. I feel like the instructor feels like he has to give everybody something so he doesn't lose students, which sucks because everybody wants to like, look at me. They want something for their social media. They want something for their pride. Like,
If you are so offended that at a belt promotion you didn't get promoted from white to blue when people around you got promoted and you quit because of that, then you didn't deserve a blue belt. That tells me right there that you didn't have it in you.
Early in my journey, as we've talked before, I was a white belt for 5 years.
Right.
There had been many promotions in that 5 years window,
right,
where I left absolutely pissed off that I didn't get a blue belt. I'm like, I'm beating all these guys at my belt level. Where's my blue belt? Where's my blue? I was pissed. There's times I was furious. Times I was like, you know what?
Was it because you were bouncing around to schools? So
I was starting with new professors. I wasn't leaving school so much, but new professors and this. But I don't know what the deal was, bro. But I was not getting promoted at all. And maybe it's because the professor expected something more from me or whatever. But I didn't complain. I know one thing that'll stop you from getting a belt is asking your professor when you're going to get your belt. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. Don't do that. Or, you know what I mean? Like complaining, like why I'm not getting a belt. Like I've seen people do that. Like it sucks. There's been a lot of times I was pissed, but I still stuck with it. I wasn't quitting.
Right.
The rolling, the jiu-jitsu, the camaraderie, that was all worth it. I'm not going to quit. So
use that as motivation to.
As a professor, I think you got to be willing to like lose some students if you don't promote them.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, dude, you want easy belts? Go to freaking, sorry again, Jeff's Jiu-Jitsu down the street. But you're not going to get it
Fucking
from
Jeff. Poor
me.
Jeff.
Gets it from this podcast. Sorry.
There's some guy running a Jeff's Jiu-Jitsu school that's like, why?
Come on. They're not talking about me. Yes, we are.
This is a good school.
It's El Jefe JJ.
He's going to have to rebrand. We unintentionally ruined a guy's career.
BJJ Jeff. What we got?
Speaking of belt promotions, Alex Pereira, black belt.
Okay. Hey. I found, and that's not even my picture. I'm gonna say it right now. I did not put that together.
Right.
And I found the picture. Another jiu-jitsu thread, I think it was Reddit, posted like, Demetrius Johnson been training since 2015.
Right.
Brown belt. Active competitor in IBJJF, active competitor in jiu-jitsu, wears the gi, fancies himself a gi. And then Alex Pereira started training in 2018 or whatever it was.
Right.
And he just got his black belt. And I just posted it. I didn't say what was wrong or what was right. I didn't say any of that. But what happened?
Oh, people lost it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, why don't you go take it from him?
No, I don't want it. And I came out like, I didn't say Alex Pereira is not a black belt.
Right.
If his instructors.
You didn't say anything.
No,
all you did was post a picture.
Yeah, I said OS. Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. OS, you can whatever you want. Like whatever you want OS to mean, it means.
Yeah.
Look, he could be a black belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could, it is what it is. It does like.
I know it's been what, 2 years since he fought Izzy the first time.
There are black belts out there that aren't very good. There are black belts out there that are very, very good. Yeah. And there are black belts out there that are in the middle, which I say that's me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But there's not like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously DJ is going to get that black belt soon. I would say he just won Worlds.
Yeah.
Right? Or Pans. Whatever. Pans. So it's going to happen. But to me, you're getting a guy a black belt on the podium on the UFC stage after he didn't even go to the ground at all. We've all seen him. Some guy you've never seen Alex grapple. How do you know? I see him grapple against Izzy. I see him grapple against Blachowicz. My man was not showing black belt technique.
No, not even purple belt technique.
He was holding and waiting for a stand up. There was no foot on the hips. There was no hip escaping. There was no Granby rolls. There was no threatening from the bottom.
Nothing.
He was overhooking and holding.
It looked like somebody who didn't train jiu-jitsu at all. Like he was like, fuck it, I'm good enough to strike.
And everybody's like, well, Glover. I'm like, yeah, Glover's legit as fuck.
Yeah,
100%. Glover Teixeira is the fucking man at jiu-jitsu. He will mangle you. But that was not who gave him the black belt.
Yeah,
it was. I don't know who the instructor is. He's a big guy, and I'm not going to hate on another big man. He could be a black belt too, and he's probably really good.
I was a little shocked when I saw a video of him actually teaching jiu-jitsu at Glover's school. And I was like,
he's got to be lit. I don't know who he is, but for Glover to hire him, he's got to be legit. So it doesn't matter what your size is. Jiu-jitsu can be functional, all sizes, all shapes. So, but to give the belt to Pereira right there was kind of like a glory, like look at me moment. Right. I feel like he was taking away from Alex in his moment there. And maybe Alex was in on it. Maybe it was his like idea, like, hey man, we're gonna give you a black belt or whatever. But like, to me, that's kind of like you're trying to get your shine on. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And I mean, it's hard not to do if you got a successful student or a successful like person. Like, you want to get in the pictures too. You know what I mean? Like, so to me, didn't even say he didn't deserve it, but we got a lot of hate for it.
I know. Oh, so much. But it was equal parts too, because there's a lot of people that were saying like, "Oh, he doesn't deserve it." Da 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 da. So like, I just let those people argue in the comments. I was like,
"Yeah, that's the best."
Yeah,
when you could just let people they just start fighting. You're just like, "All right, later." I'm 4 posts away. I'm on 4 more posts after that.
Yeah, I have a homie that hit me up today specifically about that post, or not hit me up today, but we were talking last night. And he's like, yeah, I wanted to say something to this one guy, but, I didn't want to, start some shit on your page. I'm like, I don't care. Go for it, bro. Like, by all means.
I'm not in there anymore.
Yeah.
I'm on to other posts.
Yeah. There's been many posts after that.
Yeah, dude. Like, you stay in there, dude.
Yeah.
Bring it out. So, yeah. We got any questions?
So somebody wrote in. I'm not sure who this is. This was an anonymous one that they sent in.
Guys, why are you so shy?
Hey, so a quick question you could answer on the podcast. Please don't put my name out there or my IG name. LOL. My son competes in wrestling and jiu-jitsu matches for a few years, and we have noticed that he does so good at practice and is so good, but competing he doesn't due to his potential. It's not all the time, but certain times. I know it's because of nerves. He just gets in his own head. We always have to tell him we just want him to have fun. Win or lose, it's not a big deal, but he hates losing. What are some good strategies to help this, or does it ever happen to go away?
Nerves never go away, first off. Doesn't matter. But I think the main thing is maybe your son is just so used to the guys he's always rolling with in practice or wrestling in practice, and he knows their style. And so he's prepared for it. When he goes against kids in other tournaments, he doesn't know what to expect. And the unexpected moments in his fights is what's making him nervous and making him not perform, because he's like, well, does this guy have a good single? Does this guy have a good double? Is this guy good? He's
overthinking it.
So maybe he doesn't know. No. And so like I've talked to this person, and he's younger.
Okay.
So he's got a lot of time to get better, but it's just going to be reps. It's going to be more, it's just got to become like a second nature to him. You know what I mean? So like, I think it's always going to be there, nerves, but like, I think it's just practice is no pressure.
Right. This is, what's in regards to reps. When I was at the IBJJF comp in LA, and I hadn't gone up yet, but Hanato was rolling at that point in time, competing right then. And he was getting ready to step onto the mat, and you look at him and he's just like cool, calm, collected. Like he just looked to him watching Hanato. He just looked like this is just a normal day for him. You know what I mean? And then the guy on the opposite end had the typical, even as a black belt, looked nervous and whatnot. I mean, maybe because he's standing across from a 6'4" monster, but
yeah.
but it's just Hanato, I'm sure, has competed, if I had to guess, hundreds of times. So he's just, it's not a big deal to him. It's just another competition, you know? So I think that just in regards to the reps.
I think when your son develops a game that he knows he can implement, I was like, this is what I do. I get to leg ride. I get to, if it's in wrestling, or I get to a certain guard in jiu-jitsu. Like I have a game plan. I'm not just okay at one thing. Like I think the best jiu-jitsu competitors are the competitors who find their game.
They go out there and they make people play their game.
And they get to their game first.
Yeah.
That's what black belt's all about. Getting to your shit first and then hitting your shit.
Right.
I'm a half guard guy. I get to my half guard. Boom. Now we're in.
Right.
Like, and then like, so maybe, I don't know. I've never seen him. I don't know him. I mean, I'll give privates, but, but like maybe it's because he hasn't really found his thing. Okay. He's doing the sport and he's doing well, and he's doing well in practice because he knows what his other teammates like to do. Mm-hmm. But maybe he hasn't found his one thing that he's really, really good at yet in grappling. And once he finds that, he can get to his shit more, and he could become more effective.
They always talk about wrestling and jiu-jitsu as well, but like it's imposing your will on your opponent. So if I'm in a competition and I'm going against someone who's a complete stranger, it's not, in the wrestling room, in the practice room, in the gym or whatever. If I can impose my game on them and they have to play my game, and I'm not worried about what their game is because I know they're playing my game at this point. So
walking in to a room where you don't know anybody, whether it could be open mat. It could be, I'm a morning guy. Now I'm at night class.
Right.
You're right. I know these guys are on my team, but I don't ever roll with them. There's a sense of like, oh, okay. Like it's just there. And I think that is what you get 10 times folded, 10 times more energy on that when you just go in a competition because your mom or your dad's watching, your grandma, your grandpa. I got a buddy who his son made to a pretty good basketball team, travel team.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's there, his son didn't do so well. All of a sudden he didn't go to practice and his son had best practice ever. So there's pressure everywhere.
Right. Yeah. I can't imagine as a child what that pressure must feel like. As an adult, like, my wife or kid being there. My parents are coming down for my next competition, driving out from Arizona. That doesn't bug me at all.
I don't think it ever comes from your mom's side. I don't think the energy is like, I don't want my mom to be mad at me or let my mom down. Because I think mom always loves you, no matter what. Your mom love you unconditionally. But I think it's the dads. I think it's dad energy. That, like, I don't want to let my dad down. I'm fighting for him. He's paying for this. I feel like that's where most of the pressure is. So for me, with my daughter who started soccer, I really tell her, everything she does good, what I like. And no matter what, I was like, I even tell her, I was like, if we lose today, if you don't play good, as long as you played hard, I'm happy. I don't care. I'm already happy.
Mm-hmm.
You're already winning to me because you're a great kid. This is all extra. I think maybe I just try that because I feel like pressure of like losing in front of your dad, like does, you know what I mean? Like we're trying to win, but like, I just feel like the pressure from the male figure is hard for some kids, especially boys.
Right.
Because they want to be like their dads or they want to not let their dad down. And I think that's the kind of pressure guys feel in jiu-jitsu. I think most girls are just scared in jiu-jitsu and they're happy win or lose that they did it.
Right.
A girl could go and compete for the first time, not win, but be so happy because she conquered a fear, and that's great. A guy goes and competes in jiu-jitsu for the first time, and he doesn't want to let the professor down. And it's weird. It's like the professor's already happy. It doesn't matter. Like he's just happy you're doing it. Just like he's happy the girls are doing it. Don't dwell on it. Don't be upset about it. Like we're just happy that you're giving it your all.
Right.
So I don't know. If I answered that, that's what I got.
So we're starting a new segment.
First of all, what in the Skittles is this guy wearing on his shirt?
Just wait.
Okay, dude.
So we're starting a new segment.
It's in a book.
And
take a look.
Every week, I'm going to throw a random YouTube or TikTok video or something at Matt and just get his critique or his reaction to it. So if you've got any like wild jiu-jitsu move clips or anything like that, send them my way. We're going to try to stump Matt with them.
Guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, I get queasy with the leg break shit. Any kind of limbs break in, I'll fucking puke right here on little Charlie.
So I believe this guy's name is like Wristlock Johnny or something.
Oh,
like that.
fuck this guy. Hey. And his fucking Reading Rainbow fucking rash guard.
So here we go.
Okay.
This is Wristlock Johnny with your dirty move of the month. This month's dirty move, I like to call the Pez dispenser. So sometimes we have the mounted triangle and we're bored in life and the traditional finishes. We can press on his forehead, flex his neck over our calf, and press our fist into his throat.
I love that move. That's right.
When I saw it, I was like, this is a bully move. Matt's going to dig this.
Hey, I totally read the room right. Hey, Wristlock Johnny, solid fucking move. I hope you follow me. I completely take it back what I said. A punch choke from the mounted triangle with your bag on his chin. Dude. You can't get any better than that. That's fucking. And for the guy who's being triangled right now, look at him. He has to hold on because he doesn't want to get freaking armbarred or he doesn't want to cross his arm. So he's fucked. And if he does let go of that omoplata, because the omoplata swept in the mount, the wrist lock is there, the Kimura is there, the armbar is there, the mullet is there. Dude, my man, wrist lock Johnny. Bravo, dude. Punch chokes all day. One of my favorite chokes.
Now we're into questions.
Okay. That was cool. I like that.
Loki Floki. Best fitness training pair with BJJ. Gym bro, CrossFit, yoga, swimming, cycling, running, etc.
I think you should always mix something up with your jiu-jitsu eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guys who are just doing jiu-jitsu all day long can get really good. Of course, the Mikey Musa Meki guys, right? But if you're cross-training with other sports, obviously, they're going to have other attributes. Like, I'm more of like a pick it up, set it down, lift weights type of guy when I can. So, I mean,
I was going to say, I think it kind of depends on your game. You know
that's
what I mean?
kind of like how I am. I know Loki Floki, we've trained with him. He's a teammate of ours. He is a yoga guy.
Yeah.
And and I can see how that flexibility obviously would be good. So like, that's all good. But I think you can also develop flexibility in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. I think yoga is like extreme flexibility and then like crazy core. I don't know if you've ever done yoga, but
like, I guarantee you, like, and this would be a question for him. Like, have you ever like popped rib cartilage? He's literally a yoga master guy.
Yeah.
So like, does he think he like has sciatica or pops rib cartilage or tweaks his back ever? I don't think he does.
No.
Like, he pretty much is like the look at jiu-jitsu. You're going to get 4 real bad injuries throughout your jiu-jitsu career.
Knees.
On average, knees, back, rib injury, tweaked neck, whatever, right? But you get a fuck ton of little annoying ones.
Yeah.
And I think maybe yoga might eliminate all the annoying little injuries.
Yeah.
Except wrist locks. You fucking piece of shit. I don't care how much you stretch. You ain't getting rid of that. It's going to stick with you. Real quick, who would be your dream guest on this show? 3. I want at least 2 or 3 dream guests, dude.
Dream guests. I think, I would obviously Gordon Ryan would be a dope interview to have. I think Craig Jones, because I think you and him would be hilarious. I would sit in between you. I would almost be like a jiu-jitsu meme referee.
Hit the slopes, dude.
Yeah.
Just grab a piece, dude. And fucking go, dude.
We're going, are we doing downhill or cross country?
Australian pole and a TRT pole.
But I won't count this as separate. I think, but I think both of those would be dope. I think a Leo interview would be super dope because I would like to learn like the origins of checkmat from, the man himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say Al Bundy.
So that's kind of like where I'm at. So to me, I feel like most of those guests are attainable.
Yeah.
That will happen. This is a matter of time before we get those guests. The guests I want are not gettable.
Okay.
Or they could be, maybe.
Tom
like
Hardy?
Jean-Claude Van Damme. I would love to talk to my GOAT action hero, Chuck Norris, Charlie Norris.
Yeah.
80-year-old Norris on
he still seems sharp, bro.
I know. It's the fucking total gym, dude. Him and Christy Brinkley out here doing it. Steven Seagal.
I feel like it would be so awkward, bro. Do you ever see Tom Segura's stand-up bit about Steven Seagal?
Yeah, it would be. I don't know, because I have a TikTok video, one of the few TikTok videos that actually did something. Shadow banned there before I even got started, I guess. I went off on Steven Seagal.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So that one probably not going to happen. But like, yeah, it's all like old school. Jackson from Bloodsport.
Okay.
The white guy with the fucking Harley. I don't know, man. I just have like some crazy like. This is all like the action stars of my youth.
You know who's an action star that I'm not a fan of from the martial arts realm? That Michael Jai White guy. I can't stand that guy.
But I think he's pretty legit.
And I think he's legit. The way he talks about like, I get it. Like you got to have confidence in yourself and whatnot, but he talks like that he would just mop certain people up. Like no problem. You know what I mean?
Do you think he like added the Jai because Jean Claude. Yeah, you had to add that middle name.
Yeah.
Like Chuck Norris, 2 names. Bruce Lee, 2 names.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your name's Mike White, dude. Matt Allen Vega.
Bro, you have to be Matt Allen Vega. Holy shit.
I'm Matt Allen Vega.
You know, the most pretentious people in the world, in my opinion, are the writers that use their first initial and then their middle name.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
But isn't that like kind of like covering up? Like what
It's not like a pseudonym. It would be like, so you'd be like M. Allen Vega. But you don't go by Allen Vega. You know what I mean? Like you could just go by your middle name if you don't like your first name.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you want to fucking.
That's like your porn star name is like your dog.
In the street you grew up on?
In your street you grew up on.
Yeah.
Like mine would be like Charlie Hammett.
It'd be Jack Rancho.
If I was ever into the adult films, my porn star name would be Jimmy Changa.
Michael Hawk. Mike Hawk.
Your whole cock.
Mike Hawk. Michael Hawk.
My whole cock.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy Changa.
Jimmy Ch.
That's because I was a fan of TT Boy. Remember TT Boy? No. You know you remember TT
What the
Boy?
fuck is TT Boy?
He was a male porn star.
No.
Yeah. TT Boy.
I'm not aware who this is. Educate me, sir.
This is old 90s stuff. I tell you, like, I had only stuff I had was whatever was like my dad had, and he never upgraded his freaking library. So I had to fucking, you know, I had a full on relationship with this one tape.
Intimately knew this.
Yeah. TT Boy. Like, hey, in the comment, that's going to be the comments. I want T.T.Boy. That's going to be in the comments if you fucking made it this far through the episode. TT Boy, he's GOAT, man. He's underrated. He's like underrecognized in the adult film industry.
The rapper 2 Chainz, his original rapper name was Titty Boy. And I wonder if it relates to that.
Oh, I bet you that.
What if he was a TT Boy fan as a child?
2 Chainz, me and you, TT Boy fans.
There you go.
In some universe, we were watching the same tape at the same time. He was in the hood, I was in suburbia.
Yeah.
And we were just like enjoying it.
You guys are
the worst thing.
Intergalactic Eskimo brothers.
This is the worst thing about millennials. Okay. So all the females are not listening anymore. Okay.
We've established
Turn it off. Okay. Because I'm about to get weird. And we probably lost our sponsor already from this episode. But it has been a good run. I'm just off the rails today. Do you have? Oh God. Okay, so the thing about adult films back when we were kids is we were stealing it from our dads. Our dads probably knew. That's why it was so easy to find. But you would have to watch the tape when no one was around. The VCR was in the living room, so you had to do your action in the front room,
right,
where it was the danger zone. Like
yeah.
Anybody could come in at any time. There was no cameras. There was no ring.
Oh, my parents listen to this, and I'm going to admit some shit when you're done.
Okay. And then you had to, I'm sorry, Kenny's parents, by the way, too. Nice lady, dude. Nice lady, godly woman. But, you know, we're all sinners. Then you would have to like finish. And then you're not in the mood to do anything after that. We all know that. Go back to the tape.
Rewind it
to the spot. Rewind it to the last spot it was at, then hide it in the exact spot you found it. And when you get older and you think about rewinding it to the last spot, you know what that spot was? That was a spot where your dad finished.
Here's the fucked up part is that you probably didn't have to rewind it, but as a kid, you're so like,
afraid
got to make sure that I got to cover all my tracks.
Yeah.
And yeah. You probably didn't have to do that.
No, he probably doesn't even remember.
No, he nutted.
He's like, what are you talking about? She's a reverse cow.
I always finish before the spot.
That's a fast forward every time. What the hell? Okay. Yeah. So low key, yeah. Lift weights.
Oh, what a detour we just made.
Holy shit, this is a bad one. This is a bad. I see now. This what we were like. See, we're over 20 minutes in. I'm glad we went here. This is good. TT boy in the comments if you like that. Go ahead.
Wendy the Barber. What are you looking forward to most about your Vegas trip?
Funny thing about the PGF, it's being the event is at the Bunny Ranch.
You said that before, and she legit thought she didn't know you were kidding. she was like low key mad and brought it up in conversation randomly. I'm like, he was joking.
I'm always joking. There's nothing that serious comes out of my mouth 90% of the time, and that's why I want to give my wife.
UFC it's on Fight Pass. They're not broadcasting from the Bunny Ranch. I promise you, it's the Mustang Ranch.
Eddie Bravo and some twins. Look at, I'm not doing that again. Look at Vegas. I'm excited for Vegas. Like I said, I'm excited if I can go to Barstow, try it. Fucking Kenny's gonna be on mushrooms. We're gonna be fucking driving. We're gonna be podcasting. I'm gonna kick a dude in the nuts for $20. I want to get that on video. I swear to God, if we run into the guy on Front Street and he's like $20, kick me in the nuts
for it at this point.
My God, I'm gonna Sebastian Janikowski that motherfucker. I'm gonna split. Listen to me.
I'm fairly positive I have a Janikowski jersey somewhere. I'll find it. We'll put it on for this
me. Kick. Listen to me. Come in close. Listen to me. Dude with the fucking retractable bag that I know you're sucking up into your belly. I will find it. I will find it with my shin. I am going to light you up like a fucking Christmas tree in Vegas if I find you. That's a fucking promise. And we'll post it on YouTube. I'm blowing you up, dude. And I'm not like a fast kicker, but I'm a hard kicker.
Are you going to give
I'm going shin right through his fucking bag, dude. I'm going all up, dude. He's going to have a traumatized root. And that's a fucking promise. Kick me in the nuts for $20. I'm putting you in retirement, dude. Hope you got a fucking 401k.
I don't know what I'm excited about Vegas, but I'm excited because I'm experiencing Vegas with Matt.
Vega.
And this seems like it's going to be.
There's a.
I have like no itinerary. I'm like, oh, we got to go. We're gonna check. We got early check-in at the hotel.
I don't know what to expect when we get there.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking unload. We have it. The PGF is a suit and tie event, so we've got to get suited and booted. Like we have. So
I don't know how to iron a shirt. Kenny's gonna help me
iron a shirt for him.
This is his whole thing.
Yeah. I don't know what time the event goes. I know we have to be there before 4:00, and it goes until probably 10, 11ish. I'd have to guess. So a majority of our day is already accounted for. I don't really have. I have no like plans, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of going with the flow, and Matt is going to be a very interesting.
I don't drink. Could you imagine if I got drunk? No. Holy crap! What would I be like? Would I be all crying and shit? I don't know.
Matt, if I didn't know that you didn't drink,
you would think this boy drinks.
Well, even when we did the people for UFC, like Church was drinking. I had a couple beers and whatnot, and you just meshed right in with the drunks. Like it was not a big deal.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. I just right in there, dude. Those are my people. white drunks, dude. That's why I feel at home. I feel at home, dude. I've been to many a kickback, dude. Ditch party, whatever, dude. I'm here. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Vegas. I'm excited. I followed this guy. It's a sure way to win at roulette. So I'm planning on, I'm excited to lose some money. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited. We watch the event, see the fighters, meet the fighters. Made a contact with some pretty big names on the DMs. Well, I don't know if it's going to happen, but he confirmed on the DM that yes, Hodger Gracie said he was going to talk to us.
Nice.
So well, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So look to take some pictures, kiss some babies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's going to be just a more than anything, the networking, the shaking the hands of.
Turn our location off. You know what I mean? Freak the wives out a little bit. Good times. So yeah, there you go.
Bendel Checkmat Jiu-Jitsu asks, where do we see this video of Kenny's
Where
birthday
do
Shark
we
Tank.
see this video?
I never got it.
And I would like to break it down on next week's video recap. Would be great to watch Kenny just absolutely get mangled. I know we all want to see it. Also, on last week's episode, I was talking to my mother-in-law's brother, Mike. Shout out, Mike. And we were at a pizza place, and he was like he's like, what happened to Kenny? You guys kind of got off topic. You were talking about a Shark Tank, and then you kind of changed subject. I want more empathy. I want more context on the Shark Tank. So break it down, Kenny. We want more context on Shark Tank. I guess we got off track. It's like, I'm on my way. And we kind of got off into a rant.
6 rounds, 2 minutes apiece. It was a blue belt that was smaller than me. So I wasn't trying to like submit anybody. I was just trying to conserve energy and not die, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I made it through that round. Then it was a white belt that's bigger than Matt, very large man, or young. He's, I think, 18, 17. So it was just trying to survive being crushed by him. Made it out alive there. Then I think it was Cody was third. He's another blue belt. Tried to make it through that and did well. And then I can't remember who the fourth person was. Then it was Church. I mean, basically until Church, I was fine. I was just staying alive, and I wasn't dying yet.
Yeah, Church hated me when we first started rolling.
Yeah. Then Church jumped on me, and it was just submission. I think he got me at least 3 times, if not 4. And it was just a blur. There comes a point in time in your Shark Tank where you're so tired that you don't recall what you got choked with. You just know that you're getting choked, and everything was a choke. Nobody got me in an arm bar or anything like that. It was just choke. So 2 minutes of Church grapple fucking me, and then he jumped off, and then Bendel jumped on. So I don't know why Bendel wants to see the video. He was there.
Wants to see the highlights, dude.
And Bendel wants to make a highlight reel of my Shark Tank of him subbing me 5 times.
I talked to him we all got invited to take pictures at Checkmat
last Monday.
And he was there coming into a night class. And he's like, yeah, I was like, anything that you guys say will be held against him in class. I'm like, all right, that's great. I was like, yeah, all right, dude. That sucks for
I'm
you,
glad
Kenny.
that one of my professors is an avid watcher of the pod.
So you were just gassed after like after like 15 minutes. You think that's how Houston felt in that 500?
Wow.
Anyways, yeah. That's more context on the Shark Tank. There you go.
There you go. Alf Campus.
And I never seen that video. I just watched the Howard Stern when she was on there. Okay. I don't own it. I never seen it. Damn it. I don't have that much stamina. I'm not gonna stay for 500. My dad didn't have that one.
That would be a long tape.
That'd be a long tape. It'd be like the Titanic 2 tape. The double box set. No pun intended.
If your gangbang comes in a box set.
Oh, dude, we're so done. We're so canceled, dude.
That's the title of this one, the canceled episode.
Oh, dude.
Alf Campus. This is Alfredo Campos. This is actually the guy that I went up against in LA.
Oh, is this the guy that you're like, you better be there, bro? Is this that guy that already signed up for all the tournaments?
No.
Oh,
that's the guy that stood up.
I thought that was him. I was like, hell yeah. No. He's like, fuck you, I ain't coming.
No, that was the guy that stood Chad up.
Okay.
Because Alfredo is still, I believe, Masters 2. I'm now Masters 3 because I'm an old man.
You're the second best Alfredo I know. The first best goes on my chicken. Okay.
Doing Masters this year, never done privates. How important are they?
I think privates is very important, especially when you're getting ready for a competition, because you can kind of like do more comp focused training with a higher level guy. I think anytime you can get one-on-one, especially if you're in a bigger class, like if you're in a school that has like not a lot of people in your class,
he has a decently large.
You might not get a lot of because the professor can't be everywhere,
right? But
like if you're one-on-one, especially maybe Alfredo, if you can like get somebody to do a private with you and you can split it, or like
somebody that's your size or
right.
Yeah.
So the professor doesn't have to show the move on you, and he
Right.
can kind of like coach you through like simulated rounds, simulated bad positions, simulated this. So I think filming your opponents that you've competed against before, watching tape and working on the things that you suck out always helps.
Right.
So I think the privates, especially specific training privates up to a tournament, is very good to do.
I've only I did privates with Jason once, and it
No privates with Matt yet.
no, we tried one time. It was I used to hate passing guard.
Mhm.
Like was like afraid of it. I'm like I get in people's guard and they just fuck me up. You know, they sweep me. There's nothing I can do about it. I can never get out of it. And just doing that private with Jason, and him showing me like 3 different guard passes, even though I don't use all of them. I used probably 2 of the 3 pretty consistently, but it gave me the confidence to pass guard. And
But you're
now,
not like that first question, you weren't lost
right
when
Now
you
I
got to
dig
those
it.
situations.
now, if somebody gets me in guard, I'm like, okay, you know, like I have no issues trying to knee slice through it and whatnot. I dig it. So it went from being before the private something that I was afraid of, and then I would do my damnedest to stay out of somebody's guard, to now it's like I welcome it. It's like now it's just a challenge to me. Okay, let's see if I can get through this puzzle.
Cool.
Steve Graham, BJJ. Fight an orangutan with a sword once a year, or fight a chicken every time you get in your car. Does the orangutan have a sword, or do I get the
Fight an
sword?
orangutan with a sword? Oh, I don't want to fight an orangutan.
No, I'd fuck a chicken up. Easy. And that's dinner.
Orangutan, like they rip your dicks off and shit.
Yeah.
They eat you like from the toes or some shit. Like, nah.
You're talking about chimpanzee.
Oh, is that what it is?
Orangutans are bigger and stronger.
Yeah, orangutan, that's
They're the ones that got the big long arms.
oh yeah, no. We don't want none of that. No, I don't want no monkey fights, dude. Nope. I'll fight a chicken. I actually, fun fact, I was raised on like a little ranch and we had chickens and I can hypnotize a chicken. They're very dumb.
Yeah.
They're dumb animal. You put their beaks on a PETA now. We're getting canceled by them. Okay, you put their heads down on the dirt and you just draw a T in front of their beaks and they'll just like stay there forever.
No shit.
Yeah, they're just like, they're so dumb. They're just dumb birds.
I know you can make them fall asleep by swinging them upside down.
Well, yeah. And so, yeah, if you put their beaks down, kind of like how Charlie's right here, you can just kind of do like a T like this, like for like 15 seconds, they'll just stay there. And that's how,
Shit.
that was the way how people would chop their heads off.
What a trip.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Oh, learn something new.
Yeah, so definitely chicken. Fight the chickens, don't fuck them. Okay.
Now we're canceled.
Yeah. I said don't.
That's it.
All right, man. You think what I'm thinking?
Aim for the bushes,
And
brother.
for the bushes. PGF this week, we're going to be road tripping, podcasting in the car. This is going to be
a fun one.
We're going to be singing carpool karaoke. We're going to be doing all the crazy stuff in the car. Who knows, right? So anyways, thank you for everybody who's followed the podcast this far. Thank you for everybody who's followed me at OsNation BJJ, at Freak Party BJJ, at BJJ Balance on Instagram, on YouTube. Kenny will post something on TikTok soon. I've been posting on TikTok. We just appreciate everything. Shout out to all my pixelated boys in Asia. You guys fucking too. I'm proud of you guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm just trying to be funny. The podcast is doing very well. Very well. We are just thrilled that it's took off like it has. We just want to thank you guys for everything that you've done for us thus far. And that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah. Next week's episode will be from the car, and then I think we're going to try to film something from the hotel.
Well, we might do like we don't have no idea what we're going to do. We're gonna do it in the
We're still
hotel.
spitballing it.
We're going to do it in the hotel. We're going to do one on the way up for sure.
Mhm.
And then we could do like a post on the way back. We could do an extra long one. Like some of you guys be like, man, well, they're so short. We could just do like an hour 21.
Right.
Like a post and pre and put it all in one. We can make it into 2. We don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. So it's going to be exciting. So
There'll be a lot of special PGF content coming out.
we're recording it from mics on our thing. So hopefully it sounds great. So we'll see how it goes. So we're excited. So thanks, guys. And remember, TT Boy into comments. He's a legend. Don't forget about him. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Os.